Alright, hey guys. My name's Joseph, and today I'm going to show you how to change a tire if you get a flat while you're driving along on the road. So the first thing to do is make sure you find like a flat level surface when you're changing, because you don't want to change it on a slanted, on a hill or anything. And then what I like to do is I like to put a block of wood in front of the tire so it doesn't move while I have it up in the air on the jack. Then next we're going to turn on the hazard lights and the parking brakes, just for the safety of us and for others so we can be seen. We're going to turn on the hazard lights and the parking brake. So in my vehicle, the parking brake is right there. This is common in like SUVs, minivans, trucks, things like that. Most cars might have like a button or an actual thing you'll pull for your parking brake. And then now we're going to turn on the hazard lights. Those look like they always have a red triangle on it like that. So push those on so others can see us. And you can tell that they're on because you're going to see the arrows blinking in your dashboard. Also, you want to make sure that your vehicle is in park so that way it doesn't move while you're changing the tire too. So before you do anything, you want to make sure your hazard lights are on, your vehicle's in park, and your parking brake is on. All right, another tip is to always reference your owner's manual before you do anything changing your tire, because it'll tell you like where your spare tire is located, where you should jack your vehicle up at, and just stuff like that. Just quick reference. It's always a good idea to just double check with your owner's manual before you do anything. Alright, so in every vehicle, the spare tire is different. In cars, usually it's going to be under your trunk. But as you can see, we have a minivan here. So my spare tire is right here. So the tools for my spare are located down here. Push this down, pull that out, my jack and my tire irons in there. And then press this, pull this out. And this comes out. And there's my spare tire. Alright, so these are the tools that I got from the trunk. If your car has a spare tire, this is what you should have, something similar to this. You're gonna have a spare tire. Some vehicles come with a full tire, but we just have a donut on our minivan, which is fine. One thing to note is you shouldn't. They're not meant to drive long distances. And this tire says don't drive above 50 miles an hour. So usually when you put your spare tire on, you're gonna go to a service station as soon as you can to get yourself a new tire. And then we also got our jack right here, and then we got the lug wrench right here. You can tell because this is going on your lug nuts, and then we got the jack handle right here. All right. So another thing to note, it's important to check the spare pressure of your tire from time to time because a flat spare tire is not going to do you any good. We're just using one that I have at home, but it's important to note that they do sell ones that you can plug into your car and use on the side of the road. But since we're at home, I'm just going to use this to fill my spare tire. And there is a sticker that you can see, and it'll tell you how much to fill your tire to. All right. So the next step we're going to do is we're gonna loosen the lug nuts. So you got to take your lug wrench, put it on, and it's important. You might really struggle getting these loose, because a lot of shops use impact wrench and make them really tight. But you're going to go left, counterclockwise. You're going to be pushing down. We're not going to take them all the way out yet, but we're just really going to loosen it until we can, get this by hand the rest of the way. All right. Now that we've loosened our lug nuts, it's time to jack the vehicle up in the air. I'll show you where to put the jack under the vehicle. I checked my owner's manual, and it told me that for the back right tire, it goes right there, that piece of metal. That is going to sit right in between, in that groove right there. That metal is going to go right there. Alright, so now that we've loosened the lug nuts, and I showed you where to put this under the vehicle, it's easiest to raise this, turn it to the right to raise it. Then once you can't raise it by hand anymore, you're going to insert the jack handle. And you can start turning. Alright, now that I got the tire off the ground, you can go a little higher, but it's really just, as long as it's off the ground, that's all that really matters. So now I can finish unscrewing the lug nuts by hand. Alright, so we're almost done getting the lug nuts off the tire. Again, you're turning the lug nuts left to loosen. Alright, now you can take the tire off. And roll it off to the side, put it out of the way. Now you can put the spare on. Alright, now I put the lug nuts back on. And when you put the lug nuts on, you're gonna go turn them to the right by hand for now. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them on in a star pattern just to make sure the wheel goes on straight. So what I mean by that is you're gonna put one on here, and now I'm gonna go across from it right here, put the next one on. And then next, after I put this one on, we're gonna put the one on across from it, which was right here. And now that we got this one on, we're gonna put this one on. Again, it's across from it, kind of making a star pattern. And now we're gonna put this one on across from this one. Alright, now that we got these lug nuts tightened as much as we can by hand, we're going to grab our lug wrench and we're going to again tighten them in our star pattern, turning to the right, and you're going to be pushing down. And we're going to tighten this once more once we lower the vehicle onto the ground, but we just want to have it as tight as we can get it for now. Alright, now we're going to lower the vehicle back onto the ground. Turning this to the left. We can put this on like that, make it a little easier on ourselves. Alright, now that we finished lowering the vehicle, we're just going to make sure that the tire's completely tight. Again, with that star pattern. Pushing down, turning to the right. And we're going from here to there, always across, so that way you can tighten your wheel evenly. Put this on there evenly. Alright, now that we've finished tightening the lug nuts on our spare tire, I just want to mention that it's for temporary use only. It even says so on the tire. You shouldn't go above 50 miles an hour. And they're really not meant to be driven a long time on. So you're going to want to take this and your flat tire and go to your nearest service shop, tire shop, whatever. Get yourself a new tire and have them help you out.